Hey everyone, in tonight's free video, I want to just take a quick look at the S&P 500 on a daily chart. Today we had one of those up days, as people would call it, and we closed above this high. So again, you can see here we initially went from this low up to that high and then made a pullback. And this pullback was a minor pullback. One of the things that we always talk about is when you see small pullbacks, what's the expectation? So if we look left here, let's kind of rewind for a second and look left, and you'll see we have the same situation happen here. We went from a high down to a low, and then we retraced, right? Now that retracement is small. When markets make small retracements, we have expectations of where they're going. So when I look at a small retracement, and what I mean by small is I mean a 38% retracement, or a 382. When you see markets holding those 382 retracements and having a difficult time breaking through, that is a general strength of where the market's going. We talked about this with Google last week. So when we look at the S&P, in the previous down move, you see we went down, we retraced. It was a small leg. It was unable to break through and get through the 38% retracement. And then, well, guess what happened? We rolled over, and the expectation that we had was a 127 extension. Again, a 27% move from this low. Okay? So now we have that expectation going to the upside. So you see the market, what did the market do here? The market went from a low to the high here, and then where did it stop? Where did it pull back to? In this situation, guess where? 382%, 38%. So in this situation, it came down to the 38% retracement, and it started to move back up, and we said if the market takes out these highs and closes above these highs, what's our expectation? In this situation, we had a similar situation, although we had harder selling here, and we broke and closed below this low, so our expectation is a 127 extension, which is around 1044. You see we bounced off of that and then rallied. So same situation going on here. Now ignore this, okay, and focus on the right-hand side. Now that we've seen that and we've gotten a close above, what's the expectation? Exactly. I'm hoping that you answered it. And the answer is that 127 extension, which is 1132. So watch for the S&P 500. Now, it's not a guarantee that it'll get there, okay? It's just probability. It's about a 70% chance that when a market breaks, when it holds a 382 and breaks above and closes above, you got about a 70% chance of it getting to the 127 extension. Doesn't mean it'll happen. There's still a 30% chance that it won't, but just keep that in mind, okay? Other than that, just remember, follow your plan, trade your rules, be disciplined. One other thing real quick, we have launched a new website, so feel free to check that out, and you can go to that by just going to our website that you're probably watching this on, ratiotrading.com. Feel free to poke around. There's a lot of new cool things, including new course information, new products and services, and new webinars. So you can always check out when we're going to have webinars down here. In fact, we're going to have one this Friday, so feel free to join us, and calendars and all that good stuff. So just poke around and visit it. And other than that, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, we'll see you guys at the next video update.